So MagiC Carpets is a Creative Europe platform which connects 13 organisations from 13 countries around Europe, and it works on 3 levels. So MagiC Carpets aims to support emerging curators, emerging artists, and also communities living in each of the places. Both Patrick and Anna came over for a research period in April. They used that to really just get to know the town, what's going on, what people would like to see happen. Patrick was immediately drawn to the history of Folkestone as a seaside resort. We were doing some workshops at the time which was asking people, what would you like to see in the future? Patrick was inspired by all of those ideas and wanted to in some way make those ideas a reality.
What I wanted to do is give the idea that if you want to do something, you can actively propose it and you can realize it.
And so he decided to build a train called the Grand Plaza Express, bringing together these different ideas, and he wanted to place that back on the redundant railway tracks. It was such a simple idea that people just got excited about straight away.
For people to suddenly see an actual physical train on that track, it gives them a whole load of excitement and something to talk about and something to experience.
The actual act of the doing and the workshops and everything, you know.
The sort of community building aspect, like people have come and helped to build this.
But also this started a discussion, the Folkestone Fringe, contacting Network Rail and using this project to bring people together, and I leave here some tools that can be explored further in the future.
So Anna was particularly inspired by the history of the coastline and how it's been defended, and so she was really drawn to the sound mirrors that run along the southeast coast.
It was interesting to think of the sound mirrors as some sort of amplifiers of the silenced struggles of today. It is so easy to slip into your very own life and not be concerned what is happening, the state of the world.
She's programmed a whole series of walks, and we've been to Dunkirk and to Calais, and we've seen the migrant camps, and so on a very personal level, like I've seen and learned and understood so much more about these things.
During the workshops that were held here in Folkestone, we also tried to surpass this silence, invisibility, or bad media in deconstructing headlines from daily newspapers into poetry.
These poems were on the topic of immigrants, borders.
And she was looking to connect across the channel so that this border territory could be passed through for an event, and rather than seeing it as a divide between two countries, it's actually something that connects us together. Her final event was a walk up to the sound mirror, and they performed this Ode to Liberty.
Harbour Town reborn, sparks to celebrate future visions.
The sound mirror at Abbott's Cliff was then amplifying these sorts of beautiful verses, speaking about bringing people closer together.
Lays the foundations, calls for bientraitance de jardinage, demande réparation de la zone anti-bateau.
I think there's been some really long-term relationships built. Each artist has really tried to bring as many people into the process as possible, and I think that's made a really nice environment.
Everyone was helping each other with ideas or even with labour and stuff.
Folkestone Fringe aims to support young people living in the town and giving them opportunities and work experience, and so there's been a lot of young people involved in the project. I think this is the first time that I've had to juggle so many different projects at the same time, so for me that's been a really important learning experience.
It's every time something to learn. I never built a train. Every time you make an experiment, you learn.
by having a few more people, a few more artists arriving, it helps us to be really ambitious with our projects. So to really push ourselves in what we can achieve, the really incredible things that you can create.
Particularly where we've chosen to do our work is so powerful and so effective because it bridges communities that don't necessarily interact, be it the artists and the non-artists, East and West Folkestone, or Britain's shores and Europe's shores, you know. So I think it's been a really nice way of just trying to close that gap up and just trying to find out why it exists and how we can help to, you know, make Folkestone a bit more of a collaborative, happy place to live, you know.